Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 41 Days Meditation Challenge. Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone is doing good and ready for today's topic. So today's topic we're going to talk about is subtle bodies, or we can say different bodies. So as the meditation practice deepens, the perception of the physical body diminish. Like, whatever we perceive as a physical body start getting lesser, it start diminishing. And the perception of subtle bodies increases. We start knowing more about our different subtle bodies. So it is very important for us as a meditator to know about these subtle bodies and their energy channels. How many subtle bodies we have, what are the energy. It is very important for us as a meditator to know about it. So when we have different experiences and everything, so we know what is going around. They are subtle because they exist out of your physical body. Why they call subtle bodies? Because they exist out of your physical body. Each subtle body emanates vibrations or subtle electromagnetic energy in varying frequency, effectively creating an egg-shaped aura around the physical body. Let me share the screen so you have a better idea. So if you see this, it's like after physical body, you have a different egg-shaped, which is called, different subtle bodies. And, and this aura is a luminous electromagnetic energy field that interpenetrates and radiates beyond the physical body. So this is your physical body, and you have different subtle bodies, layer over layer over a layer. And our breath is directly connected to the subtle bodies. That's why meditation, we always say, connect with your breath, observe your breath, because the more you will connect with your breath, the more you can feel and you can have you can connect with the subtle bodies. Subtle bodies are understood and explained differently in Eastern and Western traditions. So, if you see the Eastern traditions, they have explained it differently. And if you see in the Western traditions, they have explained subtle bodies differently. So according to Vedantic philosophy, we have 5 sheets, or we can say 5 layers, which are known as panchakoshas. So according to Vedantic philosophy, we have our 5 bodies or 5 layers, which are known as panchakoshas. So the first, that is Annamay Kosh, Pranamay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vigyanmay Kosh, and Anandamay Kosh. Or we can say they are also going to be visualized as a layer of the onions. Like onion, they have different layers. Or that's how our body is. We have physical body and then we have different layers. So these are like 5 layers according to Vedantic philosophy. The physical layer, of course, is the outermost layer. And then you have the layers going on. The first layer or the first body we're going to talk about is Annamay Kosh. That is called physical body. Anna means food. And the physical body or the physical layer or the sheath is totally dependent upon the food for its sustenance. So if you have to sustain this physical body, it is totally dependent upon the food. It lasts as long as it can absorb nourishment. As long as, like we say, the more we get nourishment from the food or from anywhere, it's going to last long. And the practices of like Hatha yoga or karma yoga begin with this body. So this body, for this body, what practices we do, like Hatha yoga and karma yoga. In meditation, when we close our eyes and we become aware of our breath, this is aware, and we become aware of your breath, and we become aware of this body from inside and acquainted with this inner life. That's what it is, because that's what we do in the physical body. We close our eyes and we connect to our breath. So we start getting towards our inner journey, towards our inner self. Then the second layer is Pranamay Kosh, or we can say that etheric body. So prana means energy. We all know that we talk about this cosmic energy, this prana, the chi. Prana sheath is a manifestation of universal vital energy. Again, we talk about this cosmic energy, the prana, the chi. So this is a manifestation of the universal vital energy. It animates the physical body and produces subtle vibration related to the breath. So when you start with your breath, you can start with little subtle vibrations. This body is shaped like a physical body. Of course, it's like a physical body, but looks like a condensed smoke. So if you are getting to more third eye experiences and you be a third eye master, you can see that it's like a condensed smoke. It can go outside the physical body and travel through time and space. We all know that when we start having experiences, we talk about different experiences. We talk about astral experiences, third eye experiences, that we go to different dimension. So again, this body can go out of the physical body and it can travel time and space without, sometimes that's what you. So in meditation, it makes us feel as we are levitating and gravitation has no pull over us. Sometimes how you feel that you're sitting and you start flying. At that time, that we start levitating and there is no gravitational force. Becoming aware of this etheric body gives us certain freedom that was unknown to the physical body. Of course, because the more we're going to go to the subtler bodies, we have more and more freedom. We becomes a lot of things we can do which our subtle body cannot do, which our physical body cannot do. So practices of theosophy, Kriya Yoga, and Mantra Yoga began from this body. Now the third layer is Manomay Kosh, or we can say the astral body. Mana means mind. So if you see what is Man means mind. So this astral body is also known as mental body. We can also talk about this astral body as mental body. In this sheath or in this layer, it's in which all thoughts, emotions, sensory inputs are processed. Because what is our mind, right? Minds, we have all these emotions, we have all these thoughts and sensory inputs, right? This is the astral body, or we can say the mental body, where everything is processed. It gives instructions and controls the operation of physical body through prana. Again, your mind, right? You give your mind instruction to shut down and just to be observe the breath. So it can and where your mind controls all your physical bodies, what we reactions or whatever. So this controls the physical body through prana. This body is a seedbed of all desires. Again, it's a mental body, so we have a lot of desires which are forever changing. And as we know, our emotions keep changing, our desires keep changing. This body experiences pain and pleasure, create doubts, diversity, and illusions because of it's a mental body. The astral body too has the same size as the first two bodies. So these all bodies are the same size. But this is more like vapor-like and transparent, like the second Pranamaya Kosh was more like a condensed smoke. This is more like a vapor-like, or we can say a transparent. And again, this can travel through time and space too. We talked about, I think the whole one session we all talk about is astral body experiences. So it can, again, it can travel through space and time of individuals past. We can go in this body, we can even go the past and everything. And in this meditation, we become more of this layer and explore and go inwards again. When we start coming to this astral body, we get more and more, we can explore more and more astral body. And the practice of bhakti yoga begins from the astral body. So there's a yoga called bhakti yoga, which starts with the astral body. Now, the fourth is Vigyanamay Kosh, or we can say is a causal body. So what is Vigyan? Vigyan means knowing. We know something. So hence the intellect or knowledge. This is the layer of intellect or knowledge, or we can say the wisdom. A lot of wisdom is lying underneath the processing, thinking aspect of mind. So after your mental body, this is again the wisdom body. Its function is to decide, judge, discriminate between this and that. Again, this is because we start knowing. So we decide here, we talk about which is right, which is wrong. We start about judging and everything. It is also a seat of ego, consciousness, and I awareness. Again, people here, it's again, because it's all about knowing. So it can be a seat of ego, consciousness, or I awareness. Meditators sublimate their ego and access higher vision. So here, what happens when we start meditating more and more, we sublimate our ego and then we access the higher wisdom in this layer. Because when we reach to our causal body and we start shedding our ego and we getting more aware of this causal body, we start getting more wisdom, because this is a sheath where we have the wisdom. This body is this body again travels through space and time. and of individual past and future. So this body can go to your past and to your future as well. And practices of Raj Yoga and Gyan Yoga begin with this body. So for this body, we can say that the two yogas called like Raj Yoga and the Gyan Yoga. And the fifth body is Anandamay Kosh, or we can say it's spiritual body. What is Ananda? Anand means bliss, complete bliss. So this is spiritual body. Why we do meditation? Why we get into spirituality? So we can feel that bliss. We can always be that happy, no matter what. No matter what. If you see any ascended masters or any great masters, for them, if they're happy, they are in the bliss. If they are sad in the bliss, they are balanced all the time. There is no up and down. Like we can be very sad or we can be very happy. But if you see all these or we can see our Pratri, sorry, if no matter how things look bad or how things look good, he always stay in that bliss. There is no changes of emotions in his thing. So Ananda means bliss. This layer is the finest of all the layers, or we can say it is the most finest body of all the bodies. It is a first layer that surrounds Atman, that surrounds self-realization. When we get into that deep, before enlightenment, where we start having self-realization, this is the first layer that surrounds the self-realization. However, bliss is not an emotion. When we talk about bliss, it's not an emotion. Bliss is a state. Bliss is a state, for example, and these all peace, joy, love, contentment, they all are different aspects or different expressions of being in bliss. Bliss is just a level of simply just being. So if you say we are in bliss, it's we say it as an emotion, but it's not an emotion. It's just a state where you are just simply be there, and that's it. The bliss is the culmination of all that is possible for a human being. When you're in the bliss state, you can't even explain in words what a bliss means. I think people who experience, they can just experience, and this bliss is beyond words. When a person reaches this stage, he flowers, and this is aware, and the master awakens and take charge from there. Or from here, when you start feeling that bliss, the master awakens inside you, and that is where you're charged. This is the layer of self-realization. If you see from last 3 days, all we're talking about, a lot about self-realization. This is a state where self-realization starts, and we get the answers to questions. Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? I'm not the body, I'm the soul. So this is all. From this layer, one can explore the past and future of everyone on the earth. From this layer, you can actually see the past and future of everyone of the other friends. And again, until this stage, we can explain scientific terms, until this stage, to the bliss stage. And after this, the realm of mystery begins. What they say that, after bliss, when you move ahead, it's all mystery. There is no scientific, there is no science, there is no scientific. This level is just the level of new beginning. So once you reach this Anandamay Kosha, this bliss or the spiritual body, this is, we can say, a new level of beginning. It's not coming. Okay. So these are the 5 bodies which Vedanta philosophy says. Like we always say, bliss is an ultimate expression of man. Words cannot go beyond this. So what does Osho says? So according to Vedanta philosophy, we have 5 bodies. But Osho, while Vedas mention only 5 bodies, many great Indian philosophers, including Osho. So not only Osho, there are other masters too, but Osho, they talk about 2 more bodies. That is cosmic body and nirvanic body. Vishwamaya Kosh and Nirvanmaya Kosh. They talked about 2 more bodies, and Osho and he also talked this about in his talks called Psychology of Esoteric. If you read that book, he also talked about these 2 bodies too. So what is Vishmaya Kosh, or as cosmic body? The Vishmaya Kosh or the cosmic body resides in a different dimension of cosmic oneness. Because that's what we said, when we go ahead of this bliss or this spiritual body, there is complete mystery. So this resides in a different dimension of cosmic oneness. There is no method to reach this layer where the individual get lost into the ultimate from ego to non-ego. So there is no method. There is no yoga or anything. All is when you went from ego, when you go to non-ego, from I to non-I. That is where, or from center to non-center, that is where we can say that we can reach this cosmic body. At this level, only the feeling that which of we, which includes entire existence. It's not I, it's we. It is an oceanic feeling, a feeling that is beginning of less and endless. Here, the drop must lose itself to become the ocean. So again, what we say, when a drop go to the ocean, it becomes ocean. The drop becomes the ocean itself. This is where, when you move from your spiritual body to your to your cosmic body, you become the ocean. Even because you be in that ocean. There is no you. There is no. It's all the ocean. It's we. At this stage, seeker loses himself but doesn't lose existence. You can, your existence is still there, but you start losing yourself, because you are in the different dimensions. You are talking about different, it's not about your normal, it's just more of the cosmic, it's more of the oneness. And the seventh is nirvanmay kosh, or nirvanic body. So nirvanmay kosh or nirvanic body, it just happens, it's a happening. So when you are here, it's just a happening, right? One day a person simply finds that he's in the seventh body. One day you simply find that you are already in that nirvanic body. You're already in that nirvanic state. Here, even the cosmos is gone and there is only nothingness. When I was talking, about, when we talk about in the meditation, you say, I was talking about to feel that nothingness, to feel that stillness, that shunya, that zero. This is what I talk about nirvana, because that is when you come to this, when you realize that you are in the causal body and you're here, there's nothingness. There is only nothing. You can't explain it in words. I think when people who have got a really deep meditation and they felt that stillness, that nothingness, that shunya, that is called nirvana. There is total non-being, non-existence. Nobody's even you are not existing. There's nothing. It's just complete stillness, complete shunya. And it is both existing and non-existent. It is impossible to communicate. Nobody can actually explain and communicate what it is. So it's all about experiencing. So one day you will realize that you have reached that nirvana stage where there is nothing. Everything is just shunya. It's all zero. So this is all about the bodies we talked about, but tomorrow we'll talk about how the Western talks about these seven bodies. So today we talked about our Vedantic philosophy and total seven bodies, how the Eastern one does. Tomorrow we'll talk about how Western takes. If you see the gist is going to be the same, but everyone is like in America, we say tomatoes, and in UK, it's tomatoes. So it's in different ways. So Western, how they explain, we'll talk about tomorrow. And then we talk about chakras as well, that how chakras and these bodies are connected. So if anyone have any questions before we get into meditation. All right, then we can start meditation. So clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Allow your eyes comfortably closed. Remove your glasses. Softly sit back in a comfortable posture with crossed legs. Start observing your breath. Your natural, gentle, tranquil breath. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a second. Just let everything go and give yourself permission to rest and relax in this moment. Put down the burden of stress you're carrying from the whole day. Any unfinished conversations, emails, phone calls, just let it go. Lighten you and let it flow out of you down to the ground below. Just relax and give yourself permission to be here in this moment and meditate. Relax your body. Relax your neck, shoulders, knees, feet, hands, legs. Relaxing is all you're doing right now. Feel your jaw relaxing and let your jaw separate. Feel any frown line smoothing out as you relaxes your forehead. Feel the sensation of air gently pushing out your nose. This is the safe place, a place where you can be relaxed completely. As you sit back in steadiness, let everything just as it is, without judging or attaching to anything. Allow your thoughts to gently pass by as you rest in breath, ample flow. Your inhale and exhale. The next inhale, ask your mind to relax and notice how your mind take this request and begin to give into it. Your mind has started relaxing now. Your mind relaxes even more now. Let this breath be your friend, which connects with you, your own inner self. With the next breath, let's dive into this beautiful inner journey. Dive more deeper and deeper inside you. All that matters right now is you and your breath. Every breath keeps sinking deeper and deeper. and feel the inner peace. Experience the stillness, the shunya. Just to be this nothingness. And experience the bliss. Just be here in this shunya with this divine music and enjoy your infinite existence. natural. If your mind has drifted off with thoughts, just gently bring your mind back to your breath. Easy, natural breathing. No contemplation, just be with your normal, gentle, natural, tranquil breath. Let's give our gratitude to Brahm Rishi, Pitama Patriji, for showing us the light. Let's give our gratitude to Mother Earth, to all the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, earth kingdom, water kingdom, to this universe, this cosmos. Let's give a gratitude to our family, friends, relatives. We appreciate all the possessions we have, which makes our life more comfortable. Last 1 minute, masters. As this meditation comes to an end, with your next breath, come back to your present awareness. Be aware of your surroundings. Move your body a little. Wiggle your toes. Move your fingers. And now place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and soak in all the healing, beautiful cosmic energy from your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Remove your hands and gently open your eyes with a smile and appreciation of yourself. Thank you, everyone, for creating such powerful energies. And everyone, do take a sip of water. It's good to drink water before and after meditation and just keep yourself hydrated. Anyone wants to share any experience? All right. If no one wants to share, then we can end the session. Thank you, everyone, for your messages in the chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.